Hello everyone, in this video I am going to explain All for Love, written by John Dryden in 1677. John Dryden was born in 1631 and died in 1700. He was an influential English poet, playwright and literary critic, often considered the dominant literary figure of Restoration period. All for Love is a tragedy written in blank verse. It is also regarded as Dryden's best play and a masterpiece of Restoration drama. So, first, see the main characters of All for Love. First is Mark Antony, the Roman general who is torn between his duty to Rome and his love for Cleopatra. Second main character is Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt, portrayed as deeply in love with Antony and willing to sacrifice everything for him. And the third is Ventidius, Antony's loyal friend and soldier who tries to convince Antony to return to his Roman duties. And next is Octavia, Antony's Roman wife, who is portrayed sympathetically, showing the personal and political conflict in Antony's life. And the themes of All for Love are love versus duty. Thus, it is the central conflict revolves around Antony's struggle between his passionate love for Cleopatra and his obligations as a Roman leader. Second main theme is honor and betrayal. Questions of loyalty and betrayal run throughout the play, particularly in the relationship between Antony, Cleopatra, and their respective followers. Third theme is tragic heroism. Antony is depicted as a tragic hero whose flaws and decisions lead to his downfall. So let's see the summary of All for Love. In Act 1, the play opens in Alexandria, where Mark Antony is in a state of despair over his lost battle and the approach of Roman forces led by Octavius Caesar. Octavius is the brother of Octavia, the wife of Antony. Antony's loyal friend Ventidius arrives urging him to leave Cleopatra and return to his Roman duties. Antony, though conflicted, is still deeply in love with Cleopatra and reluctant to abandon her. In Act 2, Cleopatra tries to rekindle Antony's spirit, but he remains torn between his love for her and his sense of duty. Cleopatra's attendant, Carmen and Eros, attempt to comfort her, but the strain on their relationship becomes evident. Ventidius manages to persuade Antony to briefly leave Cleopatra and consider reconciling with Rome and his wife Octavia. In Act 3, Octavia arrives in Alexandria with her children, hoping to bring Antony back to Rome. She confronts Cleopatra, leading to tense exchange where both women assert and their claim over Antony. Despite Octavia's plea and the sight of his children, Antony's love for Cleopatra proves stronger. In Act 4, Antony learns that the Egyptian fleet has deserted him and that his chances of military success are now hopeless. Ventidius urges Antony to flee to Rome, but he decides to stay with Cleopatra. Cleopatra, hearing of the military disaster, contemplates suicide. Antony misinterprets her intention, thinking she has abandoned him. In despair, he resolves to die. In Act 5, believing Cleopatra dead, Antony falls on his sword as he lies dying. Cleopatra returns and they reconcile. Antony dies in Cleopatra's arms, reaffirming their love. Cleopatra, overwhelmed with grief, and decides to join him in death. She also commits suicide by allowing an apes to bite her, choosing to die rather than be captured by Caesar. So, the conclusion of the play is that the play ends with the death of Antony and Cleopatra, cementing their tragic love story. Dryden's Portier emphasizes the theme of love, loyalty, and the personal and political conflicts that define the lives of central characters. All for Love is a powerful exploration of tragic consequences of love, duty, showcasing Dryden's dramatic skill and his deep understanding of human emotions. Now the question arises which were asked in exam, that is John Dryden's use of blank verse in All for Love. It plays a crucial role in enhancing the play's dramatic and emotional impact. First is elevated language. Blank verse, which is unrhymed iambic pentameter, allows Dryden to maintain a formal elevated style stable for the tragic and noble themes of the play. Thus, poetic form provides a rhythmic flow and that elevates the dialogue above everyday speech, leading a sense of grandeur and seriousness to characters, expression of love, duty, and despair. Second is emotional intensity. The flexible nature of blank words enables Dryden to vary the rhythm and pacing of the lines to match the emotional state of the character. For example, moments of high tension and passion are often marked by short, sharp lines, or enjambment means the continuation of a sentence with a pause beyond the end of a line, which can heighten the intensity of the scene. The third is characterization. Through blank verse, Dryden is able to develop distinct voices for his characters. Antony's lines often reflect his inner turmoil and conflict between love and duty, with varied meter and pauses that underscore his indecision and emotional struggle. Cleopatra's line, on the other hand, can be more fluid and lyrical, capturing her charm and manipulative nature. Next is monologues and soliloquies. Blank verse is particularly effective in monologues and soliloquies, allowing characters to articulate their innermost thoughts and feelings in a structured yet natural manner. Antony's soliloquies reveal his deep anguish and contemplation of honor, love, and mortality, while Cleopatra's speech convey her complexity and determination. Next is dramatic irony and foreshadowing. The use of blank verse aids in the delivering of dramatic irony and foreshadowing. The elevated style can make the audience more attuned to subtle hints and double meaning in the dialogue, which enrich the tragic dimension of the play as characters often unknowingly speak to their impending doom. Next is flow and continuity. Blank words allows for smoother transition between dialogue and action, maintaining the play's dramatic monument. And the lack of rhyme scheme prevents the words from beginning sing-songy, ensuring that the focus remains on the unfolding drama and the characters' interaction. In summary, Dryden's use of blank verse in All for Love enhances the play's emotional depth, helps to develop complex characters, and support the tragic narrative, making it a powerful vehicle for the exploration of themes such as love, honor, and sacrifice. The next question, which is frequently asked in exams, is All for Love as a heroic tragedy or as a heroic play? Heroic tragedy is also known as heroic drama. It is a genre of English drama that flourished during the Restoration period, particularly in the 17th century. John Dryden was a prominent figure in developing and popularizing this form. The elements of heroic tragedy are: first is high stakes and noble character. Heroic tragedies typically revolve around grand, high stakes conflict involving noble characters, often of royal or aristocratic status. These characters are depicted as possessing extraordinary qualities, both in terms of virtue and valor. Second is themes of honor and love. Central theme in heroic tragedies include the conflict between personal passion, often romantic love, and public duty or honor. Characters are frequently torn between their desires and their responsibilities, leading to dramatic tension and moral dilemmas. And third is elevated language and words. The language in heroic tragedies is often elevated and formal, characterized by grandison, rhetorical flourish. Blank verse is a common choice, providing a rhythmic and dignified structure that complements of the noble subject matter. Fourth is idealized heroism. The protagonists in heroic tragedy are often idealized figures, embodying heroic ideals. They demonstrate courage, loyalty, and a sense of duty, striving to achieve greatness or noble goals even in the face of adversity. Next is spectacle and action. Heroic tragedies often include scenes of intense action and spectacle such as battles, duels, and grand declarations. These elements are designed to captivate the audience and underscore the epic nature of the conflict depicted. Next is moral and philosophical reflections. While the focus is on action and heroism, heroic tragedies also engage in moral and philosophical reflection. Characters frequently articulate their struggle with fate, destiny, and the nature of honor, providing depth and complexity to the narrative. Now we can see some examples from All for Love of these heroic tragedies element. Noble character. Main character are Antony and Cleopatra, are historical figures of high status, and a conflict between love and duty. The central conflict revolves around Antony's struggle between his duty to Rome and his love for Cleopatra. It is a classic theme of the genre. Next is elevated language. The play employs blank verse, enhancing the formal and dignified tone stable for the epic and tragic themes. Idealized heroism. Antony is depicted as a tragic hero, striving to balance his conflicting loyalties and ultimately succumbing to his noble yet doomed love for Cleopatra. And a spectacle and emotional intensity. The play features scenes of intense emotional and physical drama, such as Antony's confrontation with Octavia and his final moment with Cleopatra. Through All for Love, Dryden blends these elements and creating a quintessential heroic tragedy that captures the audience imagination with its blend of noble characters, lofty themes, and powerful language. In summary, All for Love embodies many characteristics of a heroic play through its noble characters, elevated language, grand emotion, and the central conflict between love and duty. Dryden's portrayal of Antony and Cleopatra, our tragic love story, aligns with the ideals of heroic drama, making it a quintessential example of the genre. So that's all for this session. Thank you so much for listening so peacefully.